All right, here we have a quick tutorial of the Flowmaster, the custom instrument here that I've sort of built out of Ableton. A little bit inspired by Beardy Man, which, if you haven't checked him out, it's pretty wild. He uses Ableton as just a massive live sampler for his voice that creates every sound that's coming out of it. I couldn't quite figure out how to get all that live sampling working, but I do really love his whole ethos of how to use Ableton with zero clips, essentially, right? We got no clips here. And at a really, really low sample rate, so really lean, lots of, everything pretty much has zero latency. And to just generate music totally in the moment, out of thin air, sort of. Well, it's not quite that simple. So I had to find some tools that could help me accomplish this, and that's where the tools that Novel Music puts out, shout out Ian, are incredible. So his Seeds library makes up basically the brains of this operation, starting with Selfie, which is a collection of presets. So I only have one in there right now, but as I build out a whole set, you could see up to 64 presets that I can filter through or sort of move through to create a set. Then I have 4 instances of his Chronology plugin, which are creating the drums. So if I press play here, we got a nice little kick drum there, and that's coming from this Chronology instance, and that's clock 1. But if I press this, we're gonna add more kick, and then there's another kick, and then there's another kick, right? Real slow one there. So that's what those clocks are doing for the kick, and then I can add a snare, right? I can change these sounds a little bit. And then I can also filter the drum sounds. I'll show you that. So what that's controlling is this group over here of kick, snare, cymbals, and percussion, right? So we heard what's going on. If I bring that back up, okay, we got that kick. Well, you can see down here I've got an instrument rack filled with a bunch of different drum kits, and I can just sort of slide through these until I have something I really like. Kind of like all of them. Wow. Oh, there we go. That's kind of deep. And then I can also go back to here and look at Chronology. You can see that the clock has steps and fills, and so I can change those, right? So it's like, okay, there's one step. All right, now we're up to like 5 steps. 5 steps. Fewer fills. So we can get some really out there drum patterns. And yeah, that's fun. So that's how we're using Chronology. But then we also have Polymath, which we're using for bass sounds and for melodies. So let's bring up some bass. normally when I run the Flowmaster, it's on a different computer, so that this is my streaming computer, and the other computer runs the Ableton, so that we don't get that effect. So that's the basics